Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sergeant Alex here, and today I'm gonna start off a little settlement and crafting guide. I'm gonna cover up both things, but I'm mostly gonna be focusing on the settlements. And just to start off the video, if I miss anything or if anything's wrong, please leave a comment. There's a lot of information, and I'm sure it's gonna be changing. I'm trying to be as accurate as I can with this stuff. And to start off, I'm gonna go over some of the major perks you're gonna need. And let's get that out of the background. And to start off, we're going to be going into strength. At level 3, you have armor, which it just gives you your armor mods as you level it up. Similar to blacksmith, which has melee mods. Next one is over in charisma, which overall charisma affects how many people you can have in your settlement. If you do the little trick where you wait until you get it maxed out to 10, then do the Vault Boy bobblehead, you can have a total up to 21 because your settlements start off with uh, a base of 10 and then plus one person for every charisma point you have. And one of the perks you're going to need is if you're going to do stores and stuff, Cap Collector. This allows you to have higher quality stores, which you're going to see later on in the video. And at level 6, you have Local Leader, which also affects workshops and stations in your settlement. Next, in the intelligence category, which at level 3, we have Gun Nut, which again gives you gun mods similar to Armored and Blacksmith and Strength category. And then you have Scavenger, which I personally like. I maxed it out early in the game, and as you saw my workbench being lit up green, everything that I have selected to search for, is lit up on my HUD. And then Science, which is at level 6 and gives you tech mods and stuff similar to that. Two things I want to add, which I'm not sure if it's going to be affected by the DLC, is in Charisma, and that is where is it? The Animal Friend, which I'm not sure one of the DLCs seems to be animal themed. You can tame animals. I'm not sure if this perk's going to help you with that. And with the robotics one coming out, same thing as the Animal Friend, but robotics expert, because you're going to be adding a DLC with robots. I'm not sure if that's going to have perk is going to have any effect on it, but if not, it's still something nice to have. And that is it for perks. Okay, now that we have the perks done, I'm going to move on to the general information I have. The first one to help with settlements and such is there's a lot of settlements in the game. Print out a map that has all of them marked off, or copy and paste into a paint document or something. Have a way to keep track of what settlements you have, what settlements you don't have. The next one I'm going to recommend, forget Preston Gravy. Just go out, get the settlements yourself. When you finish it, go talk to them, you get the XP and all that fun stuff. Another thing, if you have a companion like Nick Valentine or Dan's, take them with you. It's going to help you get their trust and get closer to that perk. And then to finish off, two things left actually. The first one is when you're removing stuff from a settlement, say I'll use Red Rocket as an example. You know that truck on the side? For me, I didn't delete it. I kind of liked having it there. It was kind of nice decoration. At another settlement, there were some lamp poles. They were just standing there. I couldn't move them around. If I deleted them, I was just going to get some steel out of it. So I left them there. So it looks nice. A little bit of decoration that you normally wouldn't have access to. Now to finish it off. To me, there's some settlements that just really aren't worth it for me. Like the example, the one I'm right at now, Nordhagen Beach. I'm not in that area that often. It doesn't prove any use to me at all. So I've designated as a not important one, kind of boring, blah blah blah. So what I did is for my supply lines is I set it up to do all my air settlements that I would like to use. And then I have another settlement. the outpost Zimonja. I don't know how to pronounce that. And I have them all connected, except for a few, like Covens. I just got that one a few minutes ago. And that's pretty much it. The two of them are linked together, and between them, it just spreads out into other settlements. And the settlement itself, I didn't do that much. I have some defenses, enough food for everybody, and I did a little building with beds. Like I said, boring, not that important. I just need something where my settlers won't be pissed off and leave. Will I come back to and do some work on it? Probably, but on the list, it's more towards the bottom. Okay, moving on next. I have a couple of sediments that I'm generally going to use through the game. I already went over the supply line settlements, which is the first one. There's a couple other ones which they just have a general nickname. I'll explain the nickname and then the ideas behind it. And for that, I'm going to head over to Sanctuary because with there's a bunch of different types of them, but in some way or another they can be combined. And Sanctuary has a little bit of everything. So I'm just going to fast travel over there and probably cut this out. Okay, here we are at Sanctuary, which I again just has a little combination of all the little ideas I have for my settlements. And the first one I nickname scavenging settlement, which it's exactly what it sounds like. I the entire settlement is going to be designed just to have people scavenge for me. As you can see, I have a couple of stations here, a bunch more over here, and when I originally did it, I didn't think it was going to be that effective, but it's helped me out in the long run. I have a bunch of scavenging that goes automatically as my workbench. Again, for the stations, it's just random. So it could give me steel, wood, something I really don't need. I have a bunch of, but then it can give me stuff I could use like oil, fiber optics. So to increase the chance of getting the stuff that I need more often than not, I just am going to use more of the few boring settlements and put them to use for scavenging. Okay. Flipping over my notes here. The next one I can't show you at Sanctuary, but I can explain the idea really quick. And that is pretty much a water treatment facility. You're going Sanctuary can do this one too because there's a river here, and all you're doing is placing as many water in bleh, the water pumps that you have in the little resource tab, placing as many as you can in as many spots, and linking them all together to to have a bunch of water produced. And if with the cap collector perk, if you choose to sell them, you're going to get some more points out of it, and it does add up. Do keep in mind, the more water you produce, the higher defense needs to be. So that's going to work. That's going to play around the size thing. And when you get in here, it does happen at any sanctuary where you have water. And as you can see here, purified water. And all my stuff, well, actually, that was my character. Never mind, I just messed that one up. Okay, purified water. You get a bunch of it, is the general idea. The next one while I'm in here is the shopping mall. As you can see, 500 caps. Just from that little idea, it's been a couple of days since I've been at Sanctuary, so it's had time to build up. And right here is my little shopping mall. And it's exactly what you think. I get spammed with that one a lot. I already know. I had to delete the last record because of this. Okay, anyways, all it is a bunch of little stores that you've set up in Sanctuary. A few of my little shopkeepers are walking around. I don't know if I don't know why, but during normal store hours, they kind of disappear, lunch break or something. So I just have this little building set up and nothing really complex. And that's just a way of generating some revenue via the caps. And the next one, you're gonna the next type of nickname is a substation, a work. It's mainly workshops, and it's also can be like your main base. For me, my main base is the Red Rocket Truck Stop, just because I kind of get a kick out of it. But the general idea is it's a place where you can go repair your armor, mod your weapons and whatnot, sleep for a little bit. Maybe you have to wait for some time to pass. I'm gonna go run on over to the Red Rocket Truck Stop and show you more of a main base type layout. Okay, I just arrived at the Red Rocket Truck Stop gas station, and this is pretty much my main base. I didn't go all out, and what I like generally recommend and what I like to do is it's a place where you can keep your followers. You can stash stuff in here. Like I've been going around collecting power armor, and that's been going in that corner. Mostly everything I've moved up into a little house because I don't know what exactly I want to do with the truck stop. So, little dog meats corner is a bed for my character, and I have just the workstations and spots to just organize stuff. Like one's medicine, one stuff I'm using for my settlements to kind of beef them up because even though your defense is good, if you give your settlers a laser rifle instead of a pipe pistol, they're going to be more effective in a fight. And I've been slowly adding to it. One thing I do want to recommend: put some sort of high damage turret because every time the settlement's been attacked, it's been super mutants, and there's that one carrying a nuke, and he always manages to find me. And getting blown up is kind of a sad thing. One thing I did find neat was I just made like a little hangar here, which I'm using as like a power armor chop shop type deal. Then just playing around with the fences. I'm not sure if there's like actual spawns or anything, but whenever I do get attacked, they're coming from the road here or over from the woods there. Just something I want to add towards the end. Now I am just want to before I finish things up, I am going to be covering all the more interesting special settlements in an more in-depth video, talking about what I'm going to be doing with them, some general ideas, and giving people other tips and ideas to hopefully help you out, make some unique builds and whatnot. And then I have a list of recommendations that people tossed in on a little post I did on Reddit. I did like 3 posts, and each one got 20 or more comments. I combined the common ones and put some together that I thought should be together, and I have a decent sized list here. I'll read it off, and if there's one you want to see more than the other, leave a comment for it below. If I missed something that you think would be interesting, leave that in the comments too. Any other general ideas you might have. I'm always looking for some to the channel. So the first recommendation is how to deal with Marcy. The original post was how to torture Marcy, which, yeah, not really much helpful torturing her. So just I'm gonna toss in like a couple of general ideas on how to deal with her. Someone wanted more in depth on electrical, make it a little bit easier. Defense, adding the Sturgis tutorial, which I'm probably going to be doing that one in the next Fallout video. How to improve the happiness, where to find magazines for that have the settlement related items. Some stuff about the missile turrets. Um, just some general like how to make your buildings look right, the maximum height. Um, the castle. Someone wanted just a video on that one. Let's see, advanced scavenging and some advanced decorating, being a little gentleman for your settlement, adding some lights, making it look nice, painting up the place. And that's pretty much it for the list I'm reading. If you like this video, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. I'm sorry if you didn't find this video really helpful. I just wanted to. The whole purpose of this was to scratch the surface. I wanted to keep it nice and short while getting a good chunk of information out. I'm definitely going to be adding. I'm definitely going to be adding links to the future videos in this description. So if you're watching this at a much later date, just look down below. There might be a little guide to certain sections that you might be interested in. So I hope I was able to help you. And this is Sergeant Alex. I'm wishing you a nice day.